Well, we've got a problem. So first thing we're going to do when we're dealing with a pump that's cycling nonstop. The store already tried disconnecting the bib and doing a handful of things, and I showed them this as well. So when you look at the gas coming in the bottom, if everything's really sticky, it kind of makes it hard, but you should be able to take and flex your clip, and then as that pops off, now we've disengaged our gas. So that's our CO2 coming in, and that's where we're using to pump the soda forward. That's not where we carbonate. Carbonation is done up at the soda machine, but we're using the CO2 to cycle this pump to move our product forward. So something to keep in mind, you're going to notice this looks like a brand new pump. If you're putting a brand new pump on and it's the dead of winter, make sure you let that pump warm up. You don't want to put them on frozen. They can get damaged. And then kind of keep in mind that it is possible that even if you do let it warm up, it could maybe be failed. So now that we've disconnected our gas, we could just go crazy and disconnect all this and slap our new pump on. But I am not one who prefers to be covered in soda when I go home. So what we're going to do is we're going to depressurize this line before we disconnect right here. So I'll show you where to take care of that. All right, our product is Dr. Pepper itself, not Diet Dr. Pepper. So take our cover off, and to depressurize, I always just toss a cup underneath just to keep the splashing down. Grab your banjo and pull that banjo, and this will take the pressure off that line. That to me is a manageable pressure to deal with. All right, back to the pumps. All right, here's what we're going to be dealing with. So we're going to swap out this pump. We don't need to replace all the connectors and everything. We can just go on here and disconnect all the connectors and reuse what's on there. Just make sure your O-rings don't get sliced. So the top in stainless steel is your product out, and that's what you're kind of looking at. So keep in mind, like, there's a little bit of liquid in there, which means it is very possible that in that cold that this pump has been damaged. And if it's been damaged, then we're going to end up with the same issue, which means we're going to have to order a new pump. And these clips sometimes do break, so you just want to be cautious. And if you do have one that breaks, just keep in mind that you do have a replacement clip kit on your truck. And you usually have a spare pump on your truck, which means you can use all the pieces and parts off of this if you need to, if you don't need the whole pump. All right, that's ready to go on. Next is a clamp of some variety. I use a needle nose clamp, and on that needle nose clamp, I put 2 pieces of BEV flex, so 1/4 inch and 3/8. But honestly, any sort of BEV flex works just fine, and I'll show you what I do. Here is our offending pump, and I'm gonna just grab it right about here, and that was almost a little too easy. So if it's ever a little too easy, I always give it a little bit more, and you can pinch down on these. We'll end up taking and squishing it back. And what I really want to do, even though we did relieve all the pressure, you have to remember that this is a really long run, and with it being a really long run all the way up to the front, when I open this up, it's a very good possibility that all the product from up in the ceiling will visit us, and then I have to deal with it here, and I don't want to. Sometimes that's just the best way to live life, is not doing things you don't want to do. Like having to clean up Dr. Pepper all over the floor. All right, so I just want to make sure I'm doing a sanity check. So this line right here coming off of this bib goes back here to our Diet Dr. Pepper. So this will be our Dr. Pepper. I do disconnect my bib. Why do I disconnect my bib? Because if I mess up, it's a lot easier to clean up a very small amount of product than it is to clean up, say, 5 gallons of product. And I personally don't want to clean up 5 gallons of product today. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have this guy ready, and we know it's going to go this way. We're going to disconnect, and we're going to go as quick as we can. And just like that, we're locked in, and now we should be able to disconnect our pump. And it will leak, if you flip it over, so just something to keep in mind, like, you will make a giant mess if you are not careful. And I'm sure there are different ways to do this that will create less mess. And I'm happy to listen to those who have ideas. But sometimes you just get a little sticky. All right, all I'm doing right now is I am cutting and breaking the zip tie for this to get a little bit of height. And then I'm hoping that all the product is well behaved and stays in the line. Will it? Probably not. And then in we go, locked. And now we're ready to go. All right, so first thing I'll do is disconnect that guy, and then I'll just take and I'll just give it a little massage and get it back where it needs to be. And I would not recommend doing this under pressure. Sure, you could. I'm not going to. And now we should be able to reapply our gas. And the gas, the easiest way I always find, don't just immediately clip it. You can just push the 90 in and let it run for a little bit and pressurize up. And once it pressurizes up, then you can slip it over, because it's a lot easier to disconnect by just releasing it than it is to just to have to move that clip. So if for some reason this top bib didn't hold, it would stink quite a bit right now if I couldn't get this disconnected quickly. All right, no leaks, which is good. Everything's holding. All right, let's go back up front, see how the soda looks. And one thing I should mention, when I moved this guy over, so our product inline, if it was still connected to the bib, it would have started running out of that line. So that's why I do that, because this seal will close in the actual connector itself, which means all this product is basically not able to escape without letting air back into the line. So it makes it a little easier, in my opinion. I'm not covered in soda, and that's everything that's on the floor, which I will wipe up shortly. All right, back at the soda. And we're good and pressurized. And that looks like soda to me. All right, so everything's working. Nothing is leaking. And if it was leaking, you would know, because it would be all of the product that's ever known to mankind spraying everywhere. And then lots and lots of water is your best friend when you're dealing with soda cleanup. So even if you just wipe it, you still should go get more water and just, you can't go wrong with flooding the floor and clean this up. All right, so last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna replace that zip tie quick, and then we're back in service and everything's good. I'm gonna get another wet rag and wipe all this down. But hopefully that helps you out. This is the best way I've found to do it. I don't go home as sticky as I could, so hopefully that helps you out. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.